started, everybody.
Hey.
Welcome to Houdini Battle. My name is Deborah Isaac. I am a Houdini educator. I teach at Drexel University, and I'm also the founder of Houdini.School. First, I'm going to introduce the commentators. So, Nick, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hi, Deb. Thanks for having me. It's my first time commentating and potentially my last. I'm calling in from Adelaide in Australia. Just quickly about myself, I'm a freelance Houdini artist, just working for myself. Used to work in studios, then I had some kids, and here I am. Yeah, that's basically it. I've been in 2 battles so far, and I lost both of them. So I've got a lot of experience in that regard.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's it.
Awesome, Remi.
Hey, so I'm Remi. I'm in Vancouver. I've worked for Method Studios as an FX developer, which is kind of like a Houdini pipeline. I've been using Houdini for about 10 years. So yeah, but I'm not an artist anymore. So sometimes I forget nodes now. I know more of the all the Python part of Houdini than the nodes these days.
Awesome. And now the players, David Torno.
Oh, yay. Hi, I am David Torno. I try to freelance whenever work actually shows up, but currently I am a teacher over at Houdini.School with Deborah and a few other very talented artists over there. But I try to focus on volumetrics and particles and Vex. They're kind of like my go-tos in a lot of builds.
Awesome, thank you. Jesper.
Hello, I'm Jesper. I'm currently located in Vancouver. I am the founder of Solid Alpha VFX, which is a small boutique VFX shop. As well as I am designing and writing a Houdini pipeline for Cinesight Studios currently. I've been using Houdini for 8 years, I think now. Yeah, I'm in the same boat as Remi. I do more Python these days than actual Houdini. So
wow, nice. Ji Kian.
Hi, I'm Ji Kian. I'm from Singapore. I currently work at Bifrost and I work on generating synthetic data for machine learning. So about myself, I mostly hang out on the OD Force and side effects forums. So I learn about everyone's problems and sometimes solve them. Yeah.
That's great. Thanks for joining us. And Matt.
Hey there, I'm Matt, calling in from LA. I am a freelance artist and animation director. I'm coming in from a slightly less technical field, but I also teach Houdini Foundation at Laguna College of Art and Design. And I also have a class on Houdini.School starting 1 week from today. So if you guys are interested in FEM simulation, we're doing a bit of comparison to Vellum, but it's mainly how to get some floppy organic creatures going. So if you're interested in that, check that out on Houdini.School. And I'm very excited to have my first battle. Yeah.
Yay, me too.
FEM scares me, Matt, so I'm very excited about that.
Cool. Well, yeah, please check it out.
Sounds cool.
Now to show the themes and the objects. Okay, so while I show them, can we get people to put some random seeds in the chat, in the chat window, random numbers. And so for the objects, we've got portal, clock, butterfly, plant, and taco. And then we have numbers. Yeah, and then surreal, 8-bit, shattered, fluid, and 80s for the themes.
I gotta say, I want the shattered taco.
I think we're all hoping for the taco. We all
shattered taco, come on.
Yeah, we should just put taco and that's it for the.
I put taco as a good idea.
So okay, so I'm gonna take the first number. So Divi, got yours, okay. And putting that in the themes. And Kieran, gonna put yours and the objects, so you guys know who to blame. I think that's right. I think we're good. Yes. Okay. So, and okay, did not mean to do that. Press play. It's a little bit on the,
8-bit clock.
it's a little bit.
It's halfway
Oh,
between.
no. Oh no.
I think we gotta run the run at least. Is someone drawing on my screen? I'm just gonna say shattered.
I'm just trying to write taco.
Oh, okay.
No.
Is that you?
No.
Oh,
Okay, I think we'll go with shattered butterfly, you guys.
Shattered butterfly.
I hope
Nope.
that's not.
It's
that's
on.
Okay.
Ooh.
It's odd. You have pretty sure we have great ideas there, so you have ideas.
I say, yeah, shattered. Shattered's fine.
A little bit
You
of
guys
a
got- you guys got
serious-
shattered.
It's a little more serious than humor, but
Actually, there's even a butterfly in Houdini as well. So there you go.
Oh yeah, that's true.
oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
You have the image already done.
Yes, exactly. So
Everyone
45
knows,
minutes.
finished.
Everyone press play now. On your marks, get ready, go. Press your timers.
Share your screens.
Share your screens. Thank you. And yeah, everyone has their screen.
We have all the
Perfect.
screens. So let's see. I think it's reference time, and yeah, usually
Yes.
Oh yeah.
people are going to look at things probably for butterflies, and I'm wondering, it would be fun to see a butterfly knife. That I would love to see. But yeah, hopefully there are probably a lot of good ideas, maybe just on Google. In fact, that's what Jesper is doing. I'm looking at Jesper. He just
Oh, I'd say like I'm a bit of a noob. Can I view? Oh, I can flick through different people's screens.
at the top, you go in view
Oh.
options, and you can choose who to watch.
Oh, this changes everything.
So for Jesper, we can only see his Houdini. We can't
Oh, yeah,
see.
it was wrong. I was looking at David. So.
Yes, cool. Just
Okay.
making sure.
Oh yeah, so David's on it.
Yeah, just having a look, finding inspiration is always good. Because instead of, I'll go directly in Houdini, then you're like, what was I thinking about doing? Although, sometimes we go with the flow.
Yeah, I've discovered Pure Ref recently, which has just made my whole reference pipeline so much easier. I'm not sure if everyone else is on it, but check it out if they're not. It just makes just grabbing images and putting ideas together so much easier.
I forgot how you did the last times. Did you look for reference first when you participated?
Well, the first time, my plan was to make the dumbest thing possible, because then I thought if I lost, I'd just be like, I wasn't taken very seriously. And so I don't think I did do a lot of reference to that one, but the second one I definitely did, and it made very little difference. But I mean, look, reference is everything with this stuff. I mean, this is where you should spend. It's difficult splitting your time up, but you don't want to rush it, right? You don't want to start off with a bad idea and get halfway through the battle.
Yeah, exactly. So I think Jesper is probably looking at another screen. Looking for reference.
Well, I mean, David's got a sphere down. I'm not sure if it's got UVs, but we're going to find out.
Don't worry, Jesper. No,
there we go.
It doesn't matter. Just work on your thing. Oh, and Ji Kian has already started making some geometry. He's inspired. I mean, that's already a good-looking wing for a butterfly.
Yeah, it's not too shabby. I've got to take a punt that was just done freehand. Bit of a draw curve.
Yeah. Probably.
Oh, mate, look, he's look. I know he's probably doing that to get a shadow, but actually for a pattern on for a wing, the actual fine one looked quite nice.
Yeah, I was also surprised. Maybe he has some special parameters on Torno fracture to have it nice.
Yeah, that was a good default. Yeah.
Yeah. Usually it's like, you have a few pieces that look like crap or long.
Yeah, with Ji Kian, that stuff. Look, mate, you're already way ahead. Oh yeah, nice
Damn,
one.
he's fast.
Yeah.
We'll turn my camera off. Hello. Hey,
Oh, hello.
y'all hoes need to shut the fuck up.
Oh, sorry. I have to. I'm gonna
Shut up,
mute.
you ugly alien motherfucker.
Oh my
We've got some rogue kids who've
Working
come
on
into
it.
the room.
Working on it. Working on it.
Sorry, I've got kids. It's just like every day of my life.
It's fine. At least it's not old fucks like us.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if one of your kids back there were.
We should have kids
I'm not the one
commentating
swearing.
it.
Yeah, that's
That
it,
would be
right?
amazing.
Get him on.
Oh dear.
Right. Let's see how David's going. Oh, yep. There was another. There we go. It's the draw curve, which I always think is a good starting point.
So usually, say when you're changing to someone else to have a look. So we look at the same person together.
Okie doke.
So usually, we can look at someone for 2 minutes or something. And
Oh, okay. So who are you on at the moment?
I was still looking at Ji Kian because it was interesting what he was doing,
Yeah.
I have to say. But we can have a look at Matt because I think
Okay.
he has started working on his
Oh no,
butterfly.
please
Oh, hey.
don't. Oh God.
No. Just so pretend that
Don't be
it's just
embarrassed.
not a bunch of people
Yes.
just analyzing everything you're doing. You know,
It's a different take, which is great because that's a different way of people thinking about how to do it.
because I mean,
It's a
to be honest, these are
Shut
the
your
thoughts.
ass up.
Hey, kids. I mean, these are conversations I have with myself every day between just using the curve stop and draw curve. Because the curve stop's nice because you can click and move things around really easily without having to put an edit stop down. But then the draw stops, it's kind of nice to just be able to freehand some stuff. So, you know.
But that way it gets a bit
Kill
more
my
of a
damn
3D
friend
shape.
out.
Because
Sorry, guys.
having to draw the outline, it usually comes at kind of 2D, while there is
2D
definitely
my
getting a
ass.
3D aspect of it. Kind of looks like a sausage though, but
Yeah.
it's like 2 buns. It's a hot dog. But
Your baby. Let's.
You
Or it
thought
could
it
be
was a
a-
hot
have a
dog,
look at
huh?
David.
All right, let's check out David.
All right. So David went for the draw curve.
Oh, he's also got one of my favorite node in there, match size. Oh, it's great.
useful.
It's so great because like I do a lot of stuff off Turbo Squid, and I find it's the first thing I have to put down because it's always some wacky scale off somewhere in the distance, and it's just like it just conforms things so quickly, you know.
Isn't there a new node from Labs that does a bit more align access? I think it is.
Yeah, and I think that one might does some de-rotation as well. I think maybe.
Maybe I don't have to do that much often anymore.
Yeah. Look, I try and avoid work as much as I can, Remy. But when I do, look, yeah, no, I need to update Labs. I need to check out what the latest greatest is. But yeah, match size, man. I just love it. It's just so handy. Especially the thing like where you can use the, I think it's like you can clamp the y-axis to min, so everything is just flat against the floor. I mean, just that alone just makes it so useful, you know.
Always the tricks.
Yeah. So far, everyone's taken it pretty literal. So we're all, I mean, it's probably the sensible thing to do, isn't it? So we're all butterflies so far.
I mean, I don't know how you could, apart from what I said, like butterfly knife, I don't know what you could.
Yeah, no, that's true. I actually think, but yeah, no, I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
I don't know, but it could also be a tramp stamp.
It'd be a bold choice. You know, I would leave that sort of thing to the finals. I think. Yeah.
With a beautiful skin render. That's what we need to have.
I don't know. There's the butterfly effect? You know, there's still like something chaos theory. I don't know. The other thing, let me see if someone tries to do some more animation. I always think that's like when you got that last 2 minutes,
nice.
and you're like, I've kind of got a butterfly here. Should we go nuts and just quickly, you know?
Of someone shooting some bunch of butterflies. Tommy, shooting a bunch of butterflies.
Yeah. There you go.
45 minutes, probably not possible. Should we have a look at Jesper?
Let's do it. I guess doing a whole bunch of them is possible if you get a simple little cycle of one flapping its wings.
Oh, that's interesting. He's
Yeah,
going
man.
for something different. I don't know what he's going for now.
Or it's an abstract way of building a butterfly.
Yeah. That's interesting. It could look
man.
really good, in fact.
35 minutes.
I'm hoping you're all sweating, guys. This is,
Drink some water.
You have no idea how badly I'm sweating right now.
yeah, sweat. 35 minutes. Oh.
I'm praying for it being a Mardini time frame.
Oh, no.
Hey, look, no one's crashed yet. That's good. Save everyone. You know, that's important.
Oh,
I think I had one crash, and then that's definitely where I was like pretending that everything was fine. Oh, yeah, skin. Yeah. The old skin. This is cool. I'm digging this.
I was
about to say reverse stop, classic. I'm used to pretty well everything I put down just being that slightly dark color where you're just like, my normals.
My normals are fucked. Oh,
my normals are fucked. Yeah.
Oh, it's coming from Maya. Some objects don't have normals.
Oh, that's it, right, man. That's nothing. Pretty well anything's delivered from a client. I just like half of it's around the wrong way. You know.
No, usually some objects, because they're made usually in Maya, don't have normals, and some of them are exported with normals. So when you just unpack all the whole geometry, well, part of it gets an empty normal.
Which is, and it just goes maybe this way around. She's always my mum's trying to call me. Sorry, mum. I don't think next time I'll invite her in. Hey, that's looking great, man. Yeah, nice.
Well, you just use the trace option. There you go.
Is he tracing?
Just
see, this is genius. This is exactly what I was hoping for. Look, I was thinking that this butterfly that comes with Houdini. It's a very good call. Look, I reckon, cool. Frankly, he's got my vote. That's wonderful.
Use the right tools. But yeah, now the trace node is really impressive. If you get, some kind of image, you put it in there, you hope for it. And sometimes you get.
It's better than I expected it to be, because I remember
definitely
in the old days trying to do that stuff in Illustrator, and it always looked awful. But these days, if I just need to do a logo for a client in 3D, I just download it, whack it JPEG, throw it through Trace. Most of the time, it's actually pretty good. I was like, got to think smarter, not harder, man.
And then you can just put it in maybe a remesher to get better topology.
Yeah, and then I just send my invoice and I'm done. All right, should we check out what Ji Kian's doing?
Yeah, we should have a look at Ji Kian.
Let's hit it.
Animation.
Oh, mate, there we go. The classic sine wave expression.
Oh yeah, it goes all over the place for me, because that's the only way I animate anything in Houdini.
Same. There's a lab sine wave now. I have been using that a bit recently.
Let's see what's his idea, because he already has his butterfly, probably, but kind of.
Yeah, I mean, it's
abstract butterfly. It's really good.
Oh,
he's probably going to make the body now.
Oh, preset.
That's great, because he didn't go for something really complicated. It's just a bunch of simple nodes. He perfectly knows them and he used them perfectly to make a nicely animated butterfly.
Mm-hmm.
And he still has probably 30 minutes left.
31.
Oh,
no, I'm also going to keep an eye out for all these presets people use to see if there's anything I should be using. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the basic geometries from Houdini definitely need some work, like just to get something that's something complicated like UVs, you know,
Yeah.
could be useful sometimes. It's difficult for them to change that, because it would mean that any scene from the new version would not work the same way as the previous version.
That's exactly, yeah. And that's why you almost have to call it like Sphere 2.0 or Sphere 2021 or something, just to differentiate it as the new Sphere. Yeah. I saw a chat window come up that says someone's actually got particles going, which again, it's brave. But I like it. You know, it's good. I like that thinking. Hey, there's another thing, man. Booleans. You know, what a time to be alive where booleans actually work. You know, it's just wonderful. You know, like I still remember the bad old days. You know, I'm trying to do them in Maya. It's just wonderful using booleans these days.
Well, I've worked in a company where particles didn't have even collisions or anything implemented. Like there was an animator, and we could bring geometry, and then we had to make our own collisions. That's a lot of fun.
You just hand animate them, Remi. You know, you just get all these particles and one by one. Yeah.
At least they were particles.
But yeah, I think it's probably. I mean, you're probably getting to a similar age to me. I don't want to say anyone's as old as I am, but I think after you've been around a while, you start realizing how great things are these days. You know, God, it's just wonderful, just having everything that actually works to some point. You know?
Oh, people are like, oh my God, my simulation doesn't run. I only have 128 gigs. Like, yeah.
I was like, you could visualize it in the viewport. I mean, I've got very, my expectations are very low. You know,
what, you didn't crash every 20 minutes? Wow,
yeah,
that's amazing.
Exactly. Should we maybe try another screen? Although I'm really I'm curious what he's up to, but we'll get back to it. So jump onto Matt's for a bit.
Sure.
So,
oh yeah, sure.
Here we go. Here's the particles.
Oh, he's doing particles. There you go. So let's see, maybe it's going to be a burst of butterflies.
Great idea.
I mean,
I reckon you're on it. I reckon that's a good call. He's even got some motion effects in there.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Chops. Oh, that's dangerous.
Wow. Wow.
I still don't know. I'm pretty sure the biggest master of chops doesn't work at side effects anymore. Nobody at side effects knows how to use chops anymore.
It's the beauty of presets. The motion effects. Yeah, I add lag to everything. That's my way of looking like I can animate. You know. Hey, well, this is looking cool, man. I think this is a clever way to go. You know. Because I think when you're doing this sort of stuff, it's time limited. Just like what's going to give you biggest bang for your buck, you know?
Exactly, it's Houdini, you know. Just put a bunch of instances of things.
Work to a strength. Instances of things with slight variations, you know.
So, what I started to do when I was doing visual effects, I was making some shitty karaokes. Yeah, believe it or not, but I started
music videos.
That. And I actually made one where all the letters were turning to butterflies.
I love it, man. That's beautiful. Yes.
There you go. Brings me back to the
actually, karaoke videos would be a good theme as well, maybe for a future round.
Oh, it's way complicated to do.
Yeah.
Too long. Yeah. You need to know the timing of it.
But say, I know that's it. Like 2-hour long one, and you have to make a music video. That'd be fine.
It's just you doing that all the whole time.
But I mean, again,
7 minutes.
If you go crazy with it and it's all through chops, just hey, here we go. It's cool. Labs.
That's a good idea to use the spiral to get a nice motion instead of just it's this burst that's going to follow the spiral, which will give it a nice motion, I think.
But also, we still need a bit of shattering in there as well.
Well, I'm hoping
Maybe
you guys are not
maybe
scaring my cat.
shattering my expectations. You know, it's,
Should we have a look at David?
sure, man.
Oh boy, yeah, that sounded fun to look at.
Let's have a look.
To see the curve
Oh,
course.
hey!
Oh, there we go. We have contestants of doing simulations of
Oh, look, can I
butterflies.
just
That's
say,
pretty. That's good.
that is really natural looking.
It looks great.
It's actually pretty decent.
So sorry, I'm coming back in 30 seconds.
All right, if you can hear any banging, I think one of the kids is banging on my office. So it's fine. But that's looking pretty nice. I mean, look, I'm guessing it's just some noises or maybe flocking. Let's go find out. Pop force. Yeah, there we go. So just a bit of noise. Some noise and attract. Hey, I reckon that's working an absolute treat. Because flocking can be slow and a bit hard to control.
Yeah.
You know, so again, I'm totally stealing that. That's a great idea.
Nice. And you know, just that with a nice render, like even just emit light from it because it's just a bunch of colors.
Yeah,
It probably
that's
look
right.
good.
Yeah.
Especially
There we go.
if
Here's the
they
shadow.
have-
Shadow now. He's got the node down, and he's like, shadow.
Shadow me.
No one wants to shatter. I get it.
I mean, I guess the easy option is they just fall to the ground.
Oh yeah, but they fly and the
Actually, you know what I'd love is when they collide into each other, they shatter. Now that would get my vote. That'd be very impressive.
It's the only way to get your vote, right?
Yeah, it's about impressing me. You know,
Right?
I thought about doing that,
Jesper?
but I got 24 minutes. It's not gonna happen.
it's looking tight, man. It's looking. You've already got. You've won my heart with what you've done so far. So.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
It's like America's Idol.
So should we have a look at Jesper?
Yep, sure. Anyway, that's looking real lovely. You know, it's just a nice,
Hey,
it's a nice
that's
motion.
really interesting. At least it's a really different take.
Hmm.
I really like it.
Hey!
Take a vase and put the butterfly on it, and it's shattering the vase. That's great.
It's on brief. Nice work. And I guess sometimes you are always looking for someone trying to go for a different approach, right? Like you're like, yeah. Nice one.
I would say because there's a Boolean in there.
Now, what I was about to say was that node called Boolean fracture? Because I think that one's not one I really plopped down a lot. I don't think that's one I really Boolean fracture, right? Shows what I know.
Actually, I've never used it.
Yeah.
I remember doing some VDB fracturing at some point, which gave really amazing detail, but way too expensive.
Yeah, I'm material fracture when I need something really specific. I know it's a bit of a heavy node, but I like it. Or if I just need cheap and cheerful Veroni, man. Veroni is just so fast. It kind of just does what you want it to do, right? You know.
Exactly, and doesn't crash as much.
Yeah.
Also
The material, because like the material fracture one, I find if you've got a bunch of those in your scene, I think it's just because it's full of 1,000 different nodes. Just opening up the hip file.
Oh no, because it's using booleans inside.
Right.
So, also, I think it does it in 2 times. I think it does a second fracture, or at least adds detail to it.
Yeah,
that's usually really expensive, and I'm pretty sure there are a few nodes that are really bound to crash if they have too much geometry. So
yeah. Now having to make a softbox from scratch. I've stolen someone else's HDA finally for just making instant softboxes, because I just felt like every day I was doing this. So yeah, what was it called? It's the AE. The AE.
Oh, he's already preparing. So Jesper's trying to prepare a render already, which is probably smart. Set up something to make it look good.
Yep.
Hopefully this will shatter, because will this like have a proper simulation when shattered? I don't know. Or maybe just
no. I mean the RBD SOP solver pretty good these days. So hopefully, and that Boolean fracture, I mean, I reckon it's part of the new RBD workflow because it's got a little constraint output on it.
Yeah. Maybe
So,
also it does a convex decomposition, not to have like things flying out.
yeah. That'd be nice because I'm still Mr. putting down. I'm still doing that stuff by hand. So now the new RBD tools are just great.
These days, yeah.
Happy, yeah.
The bullet is still, well, it's just, we still use bullet because it's fast.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, that's because Vellum, like, I love Vellum, right? I reckon it's better than the bad old days. But there's still a point where if you get it up to a certain amount of complexity, it's just slow enough that it's a bit annoying. And I still find like I can go completely nuts with bullets still, like and it still works at a decent pace, you know?
Exactly.
I
like the funky colors he's getting on his vase somehow.
Yeah,
that's cool.
like
It's
that.
like
Yeah, I
a
like that a
Mondrian painting or something.
Right.
It's very like
Mhm.
70s postmodern.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
Pop art, something like that.
Uh-huh.
All right, should we have a look at Ji Kian?
Let's do it. Let's do it, my man. Ji Kian.
Ooh, that's some kind of Lego.
Oh,
he's actually doing the butterfly
yeah,
knife.
yeah, butterfly knife. Great. And, you know,
Amazing.
I was hoping maybe a butterfly comes out of it. Maybe that's what's happening.
What's going to shatter it?
What?
I don't know. Or maybe it's just because it does look like the body of a butterfly as well.
Maybe the butterfly's got a knife and he's just like threatening other butterflies.
It's going to mug you.
Yeah. He's got a shank. Yeah, it's great though. You know?
Do you have
like
that kind of
battle
butterflies in
ants
Australia? Because everything's going to kill you.
We've got monarch butterflies here.
That's true. Very huge.
Knifey butterflies. We don't have knifey ones.
19 minutes.
We call them
Or
bollock
1920.
flies.
Knifey flies. Sharp flies. All right.
I love that he blasts a random number and somehow.
He just knew. He just went, that's definitely Prim 75. And he was just.
Oh, fair enough. Does he somehow know this is 75?
He's at that level, you know.
I know the order of my prims.
Yeah. But it is kind of interesting, actually. I mean, half the fun in this is kind of just seeing where people are taking this, you know, like. Here's one that I know that I don't use very often. Extract centroid, which I'm guessing is just gonna give an attribute for the center of the object.
I didn't know that node. I usually just make a pack and
exactly. I just pack everything, and that's again you just got to center put that point.
But so it's dumb to do that because it's expensive.
I'm happy you said that because there's always that point you're like, should I be using that? Yeah, but pack's always my easy.
That's going to be it's funny because I feel that Ji Kian is probably quite young, but he's using like all the nodes. Like it doesn't feel like he's using, you know, all the fancy newer nodes in my head. Like he's definitely like as if he's known Houdini for 20 years. It's amazing.
But I guess also it always depends where you learn from. Like, are you learning from like all the 20-year-old tutorials, or you know, true. It's like you can't. It's a constant battle knowing what's new. Because I remember when I first started learning Houdini, I was like, how do I duplicate a particle? And they're like, oh, this is the new way or the old way. I'm like, oh man, old way, new way. Shouldn't there just be one way? But you get used to it. Yeah, it's all right.
Should we have a look at Matt?
Yeah, well, that was very interesting, Ji Kian. Let's have a look at Matt.
17 minutes.
A stick.
Well, I reckon these guys could do some really interesting stuff. Point form, another classic. Oh, Tommy!
What?
Hey!
Tommy makes an appearance.
Oh,
and he's got a problem.
No, I don't see any problem, Tommy. This is Tommy's got a solution, I think.
That's a Junji Ito, Tommy. I don't know if anyone knows that Japanese artist.
Yeah,
If you look at it,
yeah,
you will be like,
Delta No, thanks. Thanks, Matt. No, Delta Mush is always good times.
Delta Mush.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Delta Mush for a long while, and it's used for its normal use for once.
I actually use it in almost every animation project.
Like CFX uses that node all the time, for example. When they're in Houdini,
it is brilliant though. I mean, it's if you're in a bind, it solves all problems. What else I love is I don't know the context for this, and I feel like I don't. Yeah, it's like I feel like I don't want to know what he's actually going to do all about until the end. Oh, this is beautiful.
Kind of looks like the character that transformed to a dolphin in South Park.
Yeah. Oh, he's sniffing his own butt, or
Is that a butterfly made of Tommy?
Oh my!
Right,
this is next level.
I think now.
Absolutely brilliant.
Wow.
Are the arms like the antennas?
And if he flaps away at the end of this, I'm just gonna.
Well, he's got particles.
This sparks joy at this point. It's wonderful.
This is what Houdini Battle exists.
Yeah. Thank you, Matt. Thank you.
Thank you. This is amazing.
Thank you. The true master of his form, of his art. You know.
So shall we have a look at David now?
Well, look. I mean, that was everything I needed.
No, come on.
Because Matt's definitely on a different level. That's amazing.
Yeah, wonderful. I always like seeing a little insights into people's workflows. You know, it's always fascinating. Got a little for loop there. A for loop with a copy to points. Oh, we've got a render happening.
And the file cache. Well, you know, sometimes you're in the bind and you know this.
Well, I remember I was trying to animate VDBs in mine, and that was so slow. And I think I was trying to file cache that too. And I was like, this is such a poor idea. It's just.
I think I'm in the same boat.
Yeah. Because I was thinking I was trying to animate a boolean. And I was like, oh, this is boneheaded.
I'm trying to
not that yours is boneheaded. This is a good idea.
Oh no, it's totally boneheaded.
Look at me, I'm throwing stones from Australia. You know. But no, look, man. Look, this is you just bring the tension. You know, this is.
I'm watching this clock tick down, and I'm like,
really getting
50, 51. Don't catch.
We just caught you at a moment.
Back yourself. You know, we'll just sit here and watch it though.
All right, guys, save if you can, because
save.
Yeah.
Someone is simulating or.
Hey, that's it. Like if anything, David, you'll have 240 BGOs of something on desk in case you lose this zip file. So, you know.
That's better than nothing.
Exactly.
I actually didn't even realize I had a 240 timeline.
I think it might be the default.
It probably is.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're all working in studios, usually you're used to start at 1001 anyway.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Should we have a look at Jesper?
Yeah, we'll leave you to it, David. It's interesting as it is. Wait a minute. Pearly. Oh, this is interesting. Yeah, it's looking really great.
Not the cool way.
And we've got a point wrangle, which is always nice to see.
Because I think the blend shape node by default doesn't have an amount. You can just put an attribute on it and say how much you want it to do.
Because I mean, you can always lerp it, do a good old lerp. I'm not sure if that's how he's doing there.
It's just what it should do it. I forgot to. I think maybe the sequence blend does it now. So how much did you say? 5 minutes?
12.
Oh, 12.
Ages.
Nice. Because I
still want to see what it actually is. What is the cool way? I want to see the cool way. Another thing I found recently as well is with the attribute randomize. There's so many new ways to do it now in 18.5. They've got all these adjust float stops, which I've just discovered. They're cool, man. It's kind of like attribute noise and attribute randomize, but with a bunch of other stuff. Very cool.
Every single company I've been in had such a node anyway, because it was missing. Like
yeah.
As if people don't do that all the time, you know.
Well, I kind of feel like, isn't that maybe what drives a lot of development? Because I kind of feel like a lot of the RBD solvers are just like, everyone has this sort of studio. Well, come on, guys, wrap all that stuff up. Good old transform pieces, another one that I'm a big fan of.
Oh yeah, it's kind of slow these days, so you can avoid it. It's actually better to do it other ways.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've discovered the new SOP RBD solver can kind of do that all in one. It's like you can plug it in and it just spits it out the bottom.
Of course, now it's the new one is actually in SOPs, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's like it's good. It's got all that stuff. But it's like I only discovered through again. I think just sharing a hip file, and so I'm going, nah, don't use that. Use the new SOP solver, and it's cool. It just automates all that process for you. I like someone who's brave enough to try and render things as well. It's a bold move, but I like it.
Well, you can make something that's not, maybe the geometry is not as great, but if you render it well, it looks much better.
You just described my whole career, Remi.
The beauty pass.
Yeah. I
I
polish turds for a living. And good. And I like people have got a HDRI library on. I've got my usual stash as well. Go to HDRIs.
Oh, I crashed. Oh.
All right. It happens with the best of us, man.
Oh, I got it back.
As long as you saved not too long
Saved
ago.
it, right?
Yeah, and also I got it back actually.
Did you get the crash that it saves? The good crash?
No. Well, I was trying to use Octane actually. That's what crashed.
Now, one thing I found is I think Zoom uses a bit of GPU. So I found when I as soon as I loaded up Redshift, man, everything started like just struggling more than I'm used to.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's part of the challenge, though.
Should we have a look at Jikan?
Let's do it.
Let's see the butterfly knife.
I can't wait. Where's the knife? I could kind of see it in there, maybe. It's got a little path for it to fly along. Oh, this is great.
It's amazing. Just structure in it as well. I don't know if you made it by hand or just used the straight skeleton node to kind of make it.
Yeah, not sure. And I think there's a narrative here, about knife culture. But is a knife beautiful or is it deadly?
It's like I thought you could animate the rotate on this transform axis. Currently it's not animatable. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Transform axis is another node that I don't use very often. I think I'll do the stupid thing of just do a Prem UV. I think Prem UV, is it the one you can kind of get like a point on the curve and get a UV on the curve and return its P value? I'm not saying do that. I'm not saying do that. But I'm just trying to think of how I would.
It looks like some kind of monster and Ghost in the Shell or something.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, the knife coming at me. It's a butterfly as well.
Well, you need two battling each other, just.
It's quite interesting. I like it. It's going to be a fun. I like all the different results we're going to have this time.
Yeah.
Should we have a look at Matt's monstrosity or amazing thing?
Oh yeah, okay. And by the time we get to David, his case should be done. So all right, let's go into Matt's. It's looking very, very cool, Ji Kian. I love it. What's going on here? Someone's got
He's setting up a camera, so maybe he's going to try
Octane. Okay. Oh wow, all right, some glass material maybe.
That's Nate's logo. I love it.
Yeah. Now,
Just need
Octane,
the
I've loaded up once. So I'm a total noob at anything Octane related.
I've never used it.
Never used it. I used it once. I think for trying to do volumes. It's too foreign for me. It's just it's
6 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, people just go for exploded view.
Hey, there we go. I mean, that's just RBD fracture.
Easy.
Yeah. Simple. Don't have to worry about sim times. But it's I might think there might be some sort of complicated sort of diffusion in the refraction there. Oh, well, that's right. That's right. This is Tommy's nightmare. I forgot about that.
Butterfly.
Tommy's nightmare.
This is all of my Houdini nightmares come to life. Okay? This is if I eat too much cheese. This is sort of the dreams I have.
Tommy's nightmare. I love it.
I think I want an HDA. That's Butterfly Tommy. Just put it in labs.
Send it to you later.
It's like if I have too much absinthe on a Friday night, this is just it's like Tommy just forms into a butterfly and starts flying towards me, you know. Wonderful stuff.
God.
I just hope you get time to get a render out. This is going to be brilliant, you know.
Yeah, if I can
manage to do it.
I might need to just turn down the amount of particles.
And you guys don't have to do renders.
Yeah, you don't have to. You know, if you just want to do a play blast, it's fine as well. There's no need to render it. Should we have a look at David?
I mean, that is true. I mean, keep your lives simple. I mean, it's easy in hindsight. Sorry, so you want to have a look at
David, just to have, you know, I don't know how long is there left.
4 minutes.
All right,
So
well, let's quickly, we'll spend about a minute each on each one.
Yeah,
exactly. Just to have a quick look at what's going on.
Sounds great. So, how's his file cache going? Oh, he's going for another pass. So he must be just tweaking some settings.
Yeah, I think there's some kind of fracturing happening to the butterflies as they're moving. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, cool.
And probably no time to try to just take each pack primitive and animate them instead of saving the
that's exactly the points I had, is because, like, you know, all the best practices, but when you're in a bind, sometimes you like to come up with that solution would take you 5 extra minutes to do it the efficient way. And so you suddenly just like, I'm just going to have to brute force this. Oh, Matt crashed. Oh no, Matt.
It's all good. I just did.
Oh, again.
But I think I remember Redshift and Zoom. They weren't great friends. So, all right, should we jump?
Yeah.
Should we do?
Go for it.
Should we just quickly jump onto Jesper then, just to do a last little race around?
Yes.
Oh wow,
Ooh,
that's
nice.
fabulous.
You know, say pack shot. That's great. Just put a nice glass.
It looks like a good thumbnail for a YouTube video on fracturing. You just put my face in the corner there, going like, you know, thumbs up.
With a contour and a silly face, like.
Yeah. You. But it's looking. It's actually it's a pretty looking thing, you know. It's really nice. Good naming. Something under. The COP2 net, which I'm guessing is what was used for the trace.
Yeah, it would be interesting to know. Yeah, I guess he projected the geometry on the vase to kind of shatter it.
Yep. But it's good, man. It's just it's a nice way of doing it. I like it. I like it a lot.
Should we have a look at Ji Kian? because we don't have much time.
Let's do it. Let's do it. And it's
Nice.
flying. Butterfly knife. Go, go, go.
It's gonna stab you.
Yeah, it's coming. It's like in 3D. Butterfly knife.
It's
in 3D.
amazing.
It's like Shark Tornado, but butterfly knife. You know. Look, that's looking fantastic. Look, everyone's killing it. By the way, you know, it's still looking really nice.
Definitely, it's well animated as well.
Yeah.
Curve. Should we have a look at Matt as well?
Let's do that.
That's the winner of all Houdini battles. So I think it's so silly.
You see the end play window as well? Or do I need to share that?
It's magical. Really,
Maybe
it
you
is.
want to do a flipbook. Oh, is it doing a flipbook? In fact,
Yeah, it's flip booking right now. Maybe I need to share
Cool.
this.
Look, yeah, because I think sometimes like with the sharing stuff, you can share particular windows, and sometimes the flipbooks don't come up. There you go.
That's so silly.
It's incredible. It's just incredible.
20 seconds.
20 seconds left.
Okay, just to I don't know, race through.
Oh,
So maybe we can see if David's up to
I
anything.
think David is just doing his flipbook. So that's
Okay.
good. Jesper was just rendering it, so I guess he's done.
So just yep, that's all good. And Ji Kian's butterfly knife's
Flipbook
just
as well.
flipbooking out.
Nice.
Well, great work, everyone.
Yeah.
I think that's been
it.
very enjoyable.
And thanks to you too, Nick and Remy. Great job commentating.
Thank you.
That
It's
was
first time.
hilarious.
Not sure if
Yeah.
I just banged it on too much, but it was
It's
nice joining you. Remy.
Battle and stand up. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone, congrats. Super excited. So let's see everyone's work, 2 minutes each. So let's just have one person share at a time. We'll start with David. So if everyone else can stop sharing, and we'll go through you one bit at a time. So David, let's start with you.
Just gotta make sure that I don't know if Jesper is hearing us because
He
there
is.
you are. So okay, yeah, perfect. Yeah, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
All right, all good.
Cool. David, show us what you've done. Nice.
And so I can sort of see there's like a couple of them are just shattered the whole time. Yeah,
Also, we can't hear you. I don't know if you're muted.
Yeah, we've lost.
You're
your
muted,
audio,
David.
There you go. There you go.
There we go.
There we go.
There you
So,
go.
all right.
Tell it. Talk us through it.
I got
you.
too many screens in front of me here.
No problem.
So yeah, so this is what I ended up with here. So they do kind of, they fracture. It's based on the height essentially, beyond a certain Y threshold.
Oh, I can see it now. Yeah.
Yeah, which is why some of those kind of kick in at the beginning because
Right.
they just take off below it.
They fracture and come back to life and die again.
Yeah, there's one or two that comes back to life and regenerates.
I mean, like all of us,
But,
you know. What I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
But we wish we did.
I really like the motion for a quick, easy solution. I thought it was really natural looking, you know.
And it was just basic, pop force and a pop attract. I threw in a wrangle to do the dive. So at frame 72, it just pulls everything down at that point. There's a negative force on it. But I mean, it's started off with a simple curve. It's this idea of like, it's a butterfly and it's so well known. How do you make this stylized? How do you do something different with it? It was a difficult concept to try to come up with.
It is.
And then I found out I had a couple of like double VDBs in here, which is why my cache was like going nuts on me. So I was like VDBing a VDB. It was kind of ridiculous.
It's expensive there.
It's very expensive. I was finding it out, and my poly count too. But the band I was using a sine wave on that with time to get some nice flapping going on in there. Just a simple little thing, and then for each, the for each was for the explode. So there's a point expression. So when the this evaluates, so the Y value of everything gets below a certain threshold, then the explode turns on. So that value is just read through the for each point expression right here. So I'm getting the explode attribute. So that's what triggers everything.
Mhm.
Yeah, cool.
So that.
Yeah, great stuff, man.
Thanks.
Fun.
Yeah, super fun.
Awesome, Dave. So next, Ji Kian, do you want to show your work?
Let me just share my screen. Okay.
Great.
All right.
Thank
being
you.
shared.
Great.
Okay, so final result first. So this is just a butterfly flying along a curve.
It's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
So I freehanded the shape of the wing, just going off the references.
I gotta say, it's a really beautiful shape just for someone just freehanded it. I'm not an artist, well, not anymore. And even as an artist, I was not good at drawing. That looks amazing.
And then I turned it into geometry, which I then fractured with a Voronoi. And then because this shape doesn't look too interesting, so I decided to resample it, which has subdivisions turned on.
Yeah, I really like that. That was a nice approach. Looks beautiful.
Remesh so that the attribute noise has better coloring. So colorful wings. And for the connection, it's just connect adjacent points. So it gives very interesting results if you limit how many points you can search for. Otherwise, it tends to go very wild.
Mm.
Yeah. And the animation is just a simple sine curve. So some numbers in there so that it flaps. And then I made the butterfly knives blade cover. So this is just booleans with random scaling in one axis. Then just putting everything together. And traveling along the path is pretty simple. You just use a curve and a calf saw. So the calf.
Oh, so the calf pushes it along.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
nice
the calf 0 to 1 is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just to move it on.
Yeah,
perfect. That's really clean. It's such a clean result. Like everything is well thought, and that's it. It's
it's really
That's
cool,
a beautiful result.
Yeah, wonderful work. So next we'll have Jesper.
Yeah, I guess so. I can't really compete with these creative minds.
Oh, mate, I actually think this is a beautiful image. I really like it. That was a great approach as well. Yeah.
So nice.
It's
I have
still incredible looking though.
I literally just let's see here. I just started out by a line, a simple resample, giving me the curve view for free, and then in a wrangle, I just controlled the width with a ramp, copied that to points, and then just skinned that. That gave me kind of my base vase, if you want. Just blasted the top there and extruded it, and then that was kind of my vase. I guess we should have collabed there, Ji Kian, because I had to steal an image from online and trace that. You can use the Boolean to kind of give you a clean mesh here. Basically transforming it up to the size that I want, keeping just the points, giving it an ID, and then mirroring it, creating curves, which can then give me my mesh, which I wanted to use for fracturing purposes. I actually end up stashing it because it was too heavy to recalculate. So that gives me this, what is supposed to be kind of an interesting butterfly fracture pattern, which I then connected because I wanted to do some fancy stuff. Realized that I'm writing my own blend shape instead of just using the one that's there.
Don't worry, I do that sort of stuff too.
I thought of you.
Habits, right?
I actually thought of you, Remi, because I was like, oh yeah, this is something that coders do. They're just like, oh, I can code my way out of this.
Oh, yes.
I was like, okay, I'm going to create an orient attribute. And then I wanted to kind of like transform it back to give it random orientation. That becomes, it didn't work. I had a wrangle where I was starting to like write random rotation for each piece, and it just became, anyway. So I ended up just creating a color, random based on that class. And then really just did a very basic, just like a studio setup with like a backdrop and an HDRI. And then really what's going on in here is that I'm just grabbing the color and putting that into the transmissions of the material, which then gives me these different kind of glass look
Mhm.
colors.
It's awesome.
So yeah, it's not the most complex, but if you squint, you can probably see there's a butterfly. So
I mean, I think anyone would be hard pressed to do anything more complicated than in 45 minutes. So
Yeah.
I think it's a good effort.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great
I think it's
result.
really pretty.
It's kind of a final product. Like the other ones couldn't like have a full render, for example. While you do have a final render, so don't say it's.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It looks
It's
good.
amazing stuff.
that's right. So what would you pay for this? Final product.
NFT it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so next is Matt.
Do you accept Dogecoin? Sorry.
So yeah, well, I did a flip book of my Tommies.
Fabulous, just fabulous.
I wanted to get the fraction part in with the render, but as you saw, I was having a lot of trouble with that. I don't know if I think you briefly saw that there. The render was like, I wanted to render butterflies through a fraction, like a glass fracture, so you would get like. But yeah, I saw. I ended up. That ended up breaking and not working. But I'll show off like. I made like I switched screens. Yeah, I made a little example that's cleaner just now, so I can show off an actual something useful rather than just my mess that I was like trying to figure out. But I was using this on a different project as well, which was just a really easy way to pose characters. Of course, if you want the character to be like super goofy, but if you start off with any curve that you want to draw and resampling, and basically you make sure that these have the same point count. And then you want to, this curve is based on the dimensions of my character and point to form, basically. So it's basically just a super simple point to form example, but like it's so fun to
I love it.
mess around with.
That's cool.
He's dancing the boogie.
So I was actually like using this to pose things earlier. So anyway,
I was about to say, put us just animate a sine wave through that, and you'd have a good little.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So that's what I had.
You know,
The wings
yeah.
are over here.
Such a simple solution too.
Yeah.
Here are the wings, and then the antenna, I think. Oh. Make sure.
You just pass the shape of the wing directly to deform.
Yeah, so just the same thing as I was doing, except I drew like a wing shape. And then just a bend deformer with a sine wave in the motion effect sine wave. And then mirrored, obviously. And then, yeah, I wanted to refract hundreds of them through a sphere. So I just made it like a very simple pop net with copy to points. And I wanted to spend some time smoothing the orientation out, but yeah, I messed around with the rendering too much. So yeah.
Nice.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Thank you. That's just fabulous.
Awesome. Well, great job, everybody. And now it is time to vote. So if everybody could mosey on over to Discord and go to the poll and just, decide on who you want. You can vote for more than one as well.
And are commentators allowed to vote?
Yeah, of course.
Everyone's allowed to vote.
It's always difficult. I mean, even worse as a commentator, you don't want to be like, "Oh, I'm not going to vote for that person."
I know. I'm about to say, everyone. Look, it was great work. Don't.
All of them did a great work.
Everyone did. I'm voting for everybody. Yeah,
just increase the numbers for everyone.
Yeah.
Please don't give me pity votes, please.
What pity votes?
I think someone's asking for a Discord link.
Oh, you're not on the Discord. Yeah.
The Discord. Divi, how are you not on? You're not on the Houdini Battle? There you go.
It's your server. You know more.
It's a tough one.
Thank you, Kieran.
So many I liked.
So this time I'm just going to vote for one, just because otherwise I would vote for all of you. That's because I love all of them. But I gotta say, Matt just blew my mind. So. You can just click on it, Paul.
Hey, he got it. He's worked it out.
We got it.
Oh wow, 2 people liked it.
Three.
I'm actually going to turn it into a tutorial. I'm going to break this down into a better, way more advanced, like full-on RBD. I'm going to take it to the top level.
You're getting more points the more you say that.
I'm buying votes right now.
No politician.
Everyone, imagine what it could be.
It would be super.
Yeah. Well, I hope you all had fun, because I mean, honestly,
absolutely.
That's what it's all about.
Yes, I hope so too.
Yeah.
It's so crazy though. Coming up, like,
I mean, making these competitive, I think, adds a bit of fun, but you never want it to be like anyone to be worried about it.
It's just enough. It's just
yeah, exactly.
I appreciate everyone participating and the audience too.
It's getting close.
It's getting pretty close. Yeah.
Jesper is up by 1 for now.
Yeah, just one off, one ahead.
Yeah.
Rightfully deserved.
I'm gonna call it. I think we can.
It's on the line.
Call it. Wow.
Yeah, it looks like it's
got it.
stabilized.
Okay, Jesper. I think you're the winner, Jesper.
Hey!
Well deserved.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Maybe we'll come back tomorrow. He would have lost.
Well, I had a vote ready from myself to myself.
Yeah, congrats. And again, thanks everyone for participating. Everyone, the audience, the commentators, and the players. It's a real community service. I really appreciate it. And so does everyone else.
Even the kids.
Even the kids, yes.
Hey, where are they?
Sorry about that.
Kids, hey, the swearing
Sorry,
kids.
everybody. Yeah.
Added a bit of flavor to it, you know.
Thanks for being
some
positive
edge.
about that.
Hey.
Always learning. So we'll see everyone on Discord, and thanks again, and have a wonderful evening or morning wherever you are.
I've got to run off to be a dad, but you guys all it was really thanks for having me, and it was super fun watching all that. So
Awesome. Thanks so much, Nick. Thanks everybody. Okay.
And shout out to those kids who crashed the stream.
Yay!
You're gone.
Fight the system, kids. Fight the system.
Awesome. Okay.
Have a good day.
Cheers.
Or
All right.
night or
Catch you
whatever.
later, everyone. Take it easy.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.